Different. Yogamaya. See this. See, we have to understand the Bahiranga Shakti, Antaranga Shakti. What is it? Bahiranga Shakti is called as Maya. What is it called as? And Antaranga Shakti comes under Yogamaya. That is under Radharani. That comes in Radharani. And this Bahiranga Shakti comes under Durga. Durga Devi is the Mahamaya. And that comes to come in contact with Mahamaya, Lord takes the form of Shivaji. What he takes the form of? Shivaji. That's why it is called milk turning into curd. Lord turns into milk, turns into curd. And that's why through Shivaji, this entire, that is Shambhu. First he becomes Shambhu, and then he impregnates the Jivatma and activates the time. Because that is the function of Shambhu. Then he expands in each and every Brahmanda with Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and through Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Brahmaji comes, and from the Brahmaji's Brikuti, it is mentioned in the Lord Shivaji comes. When the Krodh happened, Brahmaji ko Krodh aa gaya, malum hai? Not Prajapati, with the four Kumars. Four Kumars were told that you should help me in the creation work. And they outrightly rejected. We are not interested in this. We do not want to go in enjoyment or in this thing. And because Brahmaji was not helped by this son, and they cursed themselves. The Sanat Kumar cursed them that we always want to remain a small child, so we do not have that desire anymore of anything creation. And that's why they always remain as 4 years, 4 or 5 years old. And when Brahmaji saw this, then Shivaji came out from the Bhrukuti in the form of Krodha. And that Shivaji, and then for destruction part, he becomes Rudra, 11 Rudra. So these 4 things you have to understand about Shivaji. Okay? Now, yes? How maintain? For maintenance, Shivaji, when he comes in this material world, he is in charge of the Bhuta Tattva, means the Pancha Mahabhuta Tattva. Bhumi, Apo, Analo, Vayu, Khamano, Buddhi, Evagya. He is in charge. And more than that, he is in charge of Ahankar. Because Ahankar Bhav is not there in the spiritual world. Spiritual world में कोई भी अहंकार नहीं है. There is only, one bhava, that we are das. Over there. In the Ahankar Bhav comes in material world. And that Ahankar Bhav in charge is Shivaji. Procreation thing happens in material world, not in the spiritual world, where you have to enjoy separately. Why the Jivatmas are here? Because they want to enjoy separately, and that's why this prison house is created. And that's why Shivaji and Durga are in charge. Durga means also known as Kila. Durga. Kila. Kila ko bhi hum log Durga kehte hain. And that's why Durga Devi in the form of Triguna beats the Jivatma. बोलते ना कृष्ण भूलिया जीव भोगवान छाकर चैतन्य महाप्रभु से कृष्ण भूलिया जीव तारे निकट माया झपटिया धरे. Then Maya catches him. Because he has forgotten his actual position as being servant of Lord. And to serve and love is his prime duty. He has forgotten. He wants to enjoy separately. That's why he's put into this Durga, material world. And to activate the material world, Lord Krishna has expanded into in the form of Shivaji. through Mahavishnu. And then Lord Shivaji also maintains all the Shastras, like the Kala Shastra, all the Shastras, Bhakti Tattva Shastra, that is given by Naradji, to Naradji, was given by Shivaji. Bhakti. He is called as Nataraj. Shivaji is also called as Nataraj. Sangeeta Shastra comes from him. From Shivaji. Sangeeta Shastra. So we have to understand all the Pancha Mahabhutas are controlled in the material world by Shivaji. Lord appoints him to control that. So in maintenance and in destruction he is there. So that's why when we read this, stutis, we have to understand in that light. Okay?
I was surprised when it was written he has created the world.
So this is the way. This is the way why he is called as a creator in the material. Brahmaji comes next. That's why Brahmaji can be put into a Jivatma level also. What? A Jivatma can become Brahmaji. But when certain Jivatmas are not there, then Lord himself becomes Brahmaji. And they are Guna Avatar. Yes.
If Sivji is created by God, then how can the people say they are
not Tamogun, he's Guna Avatar. What is he? Guna Avatar means what? He is the in charge of the Bhuta Preta. It's very nice chapter is there in Ramayana, where the Shiva Vivaha is mentioned. देख के भाई ऐसे तुम्हारे बाराती गिर गए. So he's in charge, but he's not Tamogun. He's Lord. He's above, you can say. But Lord transforms himself, Krishna transforms himself into Shivaji to activate this material world.
That's why he decided the Bhagavad.
And that's why the Shastra comes from him. And that's why he is the Bhagavad Acharya. The first, you say all the Bhagavad Acharya. He is given the Bhagavad. Then Shukadeva Goswami learned in the Amarnath Gufa. And then actually Vyasadeva then expanded. But the first Bhagavad Shastra. So that's why Shivaji has a big role in creation, in maintaining, and in destruction. But like Radharani is Haladini Shakti, we call him as the greatest devotee. We call Balaramji as the expansion of Lord, and we know that they are Sevya Bhagavan. What are they? Sevya Bhagavan. Similarly, Shivaji is the highest devotee in the material. We know, we have learned about Narsi Mehta. How many of you have listened about Narsi Mehta?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Narsi Mehta, one of the incidents, we know that श्राद्ध करना था पिताजी का. ओ भाई घर में श्राद्ध के लिए माँ बोला घी लेके आओ. बोला और उसके सबने बोल दिया था कि पूरे गांव को बुला लेना. क्या बोला? और घर में 1 रुपए का कुछ नहीं. तो बस थोड़ा घी तो लेके आओ, थोड़े लोग को बुला लेंगे. तो एक जो जन को बुला लेंगे. तो he went and nobody was giving him. तो उधार कितना देंगे इसको? तो एक दुकान वाला बोला बाद में, ठीक है आप भजन गाओ. क्या बोले? You sing the bhajan. Why I'm saying how it is connected with Shivaji, will come to that. Then he sang the bhajan. And when he was singing the bhajan, he lost. Bhajan mein bhul gaye. And there the Shraddha time was going on, and the wife was worried that Shraddha time. And Lord then himself came in the form of Narsi Mehta in Junagadh. And what happened? He came and he then started, with him he called his team also. And Radharani also came. And he started. And by coming, he invited the entire village. मेरे घर में श्राद्ध है, आप आ जाओ. तो सब बोले आज मजा आएगा, चलो जाएंगे. And then what happened immediately? The material started coming, cooking happened, Radharani started cooking and everything first class, and everybody started coming. And then his wife is saying, "What is this?" बोलता है गांव को बुलाया. बोलता है अरे गांव को कहाँ से बुलाया? तो सब आ जाएगा. And everything started coming, and the cooking started happening. And then everybody was sitting. बोलता है तो प्लेट नहीं है. बोलता है प्लेट है, plate is there. बोलता है golden plates are there. His wife says, golden plate. सोने के प्लेट कहाँ है? बोलते नहीं, वो भगवान ने हमारे यहाँ उसके पीछे पड़ा. And the wife went over there and she was astonished. अरे इतने golden plates. And she is bringing and giving all the golden plates to all the brahmanas, and everybody sitting and then feeding and feeding and feeding, and everybody just said इतना खिलाया कि बोलता है कि इतने रसगुल्ले खिलाए कभी खाया नहीं होगा. इतना feeding. And the wife is looking. बोलते हम खुद भूखे हैं. And feeding, and everybody is fed very nicely. And then बोलता है कि अभी दक्षिणा, बोलता है बाहर, बोलता है सबके लिए ड्रेस लेके आओ. क्या बोलते? मेरे लिए ड्रेस अभी तक नहीं आया. बोलता है ड्रेस पीछे ही है. बोलते उधर ही है. And then she went, ड्रेस निकला उधर से. पूरे सबको कपड़े, साड़ी सब मिला उधर से. And वो भी लिया. अभी थाली पे सबकी नजर है. गोल्डन थाली थी. And Lord, नरसिम्हा लेके जाओ आपके लिए. Wife is saying, ये क्या हो रहा है? इसको अभी जाने दो, बाद में देखते हैं. ये सब नाटक क्या कर रहा है? ये सब. And then when everything finished, wife said, अभी ये बताओ ये सब. He's just. Then he said, I'm just coming. क्या बोला? मैं जाके आता हूँ, फिर मैं सब बताऊँ. And by that time, Lord went and disappeared and everything. And then Narsi Mehta was just coming with that ghee लेके. अरे मैं भूल गया. And he is bringing that ghee, and wife is standing at the door. What is this? बोलता है ये घी. बोलता है ये सब नखरा अभी बंद करो. ये पहले बताओ ये तुमने क्या किया. And then she told, and he's listening with his eyes open, and then tears start falling. How this happened? And बोलते हैं कहाँ गए? बोलते हैं he went this way. Then he went, running over the Narsi Mehta. And Narsi Mehta then at that Damodar Kund, he sang with that veena which was given by the Lord, and told that everybody ate in my shraddh, but you didn't eat. Then the Lord, and then he feed the Lord also. So what I'm trying to say, Narsi Mehta was not Krishna devotee previously. He was Shivaji devotee. And he actually literally died on the Vigraha of Shivaji. And then Shivaji brought him back. And then Shivaji was very much impressed by the way he was doing bhakti. Then Narsi Mehta told, what you want? Narsi Mehta told, I do not want anything. What best you think is good for me, please give it. Then he says, what is best, what I like is Krishna Bhakti. I bless you with Krishna Bhakti. So that is Shivaji. That is Shivaji. When the Prachetas had went over there, at that time, when Shivaji, when they were going for tapasya to worship, at that time, Shivaji came from that kunda and Shivaji was very happy to see. He says that the devotees are my heart. What are they? Lord, devotees are my heart. I am very dear to the devotees, and devotees are very dear to me. So he says, Vaishnavas are very dear to me. Very dear to me. Because they are worshipping my heart. Shivaji incidents we know that how in the Ram Leela, I have told many times this incident. You know, when Lord Ramachandra was crying, going, huh? At that time, what happened? Parvati Mata got confused. Yeah, this is Ram which you are chanting. No, this can't be that. I want to.
He is trying for his wife, how he can do.
He is crying so much. Not a material person can cry so much. And that's why we are coming to the point that he is Yathanam, Vaishnava, Yatha Shambhu. Why he is called as the greatest Vaishnava? So we know that Shivaji, Mata Parvati used all his power, Durga Mata, all his Maya and everything, and became Shivaji, Sita Mata. And she knew no material person can ever come out of my Maya. If he is a material, he will never be able to understand. But immediately, Lord Ramachandra, when the play was going on, and hey, Sita, he is asking the trees, he is asking, the Hiran and everybody, and Mata Sita, Parvati Mata is saying, "Are ye Bhagavan hoga kya?" And that time she comes exactly in the form of Sita and is standing. And immediately Lord stops. And right, left, up, down. Where Shivaji kahan hai? You are Sati. What are you? और सती अकेले कभी-कभी जंगल में अकेले नहीं घूमती है. It was like a big taunt. Sati, how can you roam alone? And that time she got confused. I am looking Sati or I am looking Sita. And she starts seeing, "Arey, मैं Sati हूँ," and she gets confused. And then she sees that this all is mentioned in Ramayana. And this is spoken by, you can say by Mahadeva in the Ramayana. If you see the Valmiki Ramayana or Tulsi Ramayana. Shivaji is actually speaking the Katha. In all these stories. They are told by. And then Mata Sita, Sati Mata is seeing that Sita, Ram, Lakshman everywhere. Wherever she is seeing, she is only seeing Sita, Ram, Lakshman. And then she closes her eyes. And then Lord takes a right turn. Hey, Sita, hey. Apna Leela chalu kar diya.
Prabhuji, that place is still exists in Maharashtra. And that stone and her footstep are there. Where she exists, Mata.
Achha.
It's called Tulsapur.
So that place, then she returned back. After getting confused, she returned back and Shivji is chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, he's chanting the Ram Naam over there, and then asking, "Ho gaya?" Yes, I'm convinced. He's Lord. What did you do? No, koi test nahi kiya, kuch nahi. And that was one of the reasons that when Shivaji saw that she has taken the form of mother, so then that was one of the reasons of leaving her body in the fire.
Another thing I heard Prabhuji told, "I cannot accept you."
Yeah.
Because you have to take
Taken
the
the-
Yes. So then it is said that the Mundan, Shivji's, it is said that they are all of Parvati's mothers. इतने बार उन्होंने वो किया है, इतना जन्म हो गया, and that is the difference. So this is also one of the reasons why he is called as, Rameshwar Linga. Why it's called Rama Ishwara? Many people were saying Rama Ishwara. Then they were saying that Ram, Shivaji is Ishwar of Ram. Shivaji is, and that's why it is called Rameshwara. But then Shivaji Swayam came and told, no, this is not the right name. My Ishwar is Ram, and that's why it is Rameshwara. There are two links. One from, which was from the Kailash, and one Mata Sita himself had made of sand. So there are two links in Rameshwara. So there are many such stories which Shivaji has proved that he is the greatest of all devotees. If you see in the Rasa Leela, he turned himself into Gopeshwar, Gopi form. Because Mata Lakshmi Devi didn't want it to form, but Shivaji accepted, no, I will, whatever you say, I will become Gopi. Any other Leela which you can remember of Shivaji's? Daksha Prajapati Leela. What was going on? He was chanting his name. Everybody got up. But Shivaji, so it was told by Shivaji, why I didn't respect, वो ससुर था. And he got very much upset. Daksha Prajapati. That ये ससुर, ये मेरा जमाई कैसा है? बाकी सब उड़ गए. ये जमाई नहीं उड़ रहा. ये जमाई, then he started blaspheming Shivaji. He blasphemed. Huh?
Why didn't he get up?
Because he was chanting. He is continuously chanting the name. And he will always respect Lord. And that's why he was sitting there.
Even Brahmaji got up.
So he didn't, when he was saying, ये इसका ये रूप देखो, क्या बोला? भूत जैसा है ये. And all इसकी आंख देखो, इसका मुंह देखो. And started blaspheming Shivaji. But Shivaji didn't reply anything. And that is one of the qualities of a Vaishnava. He will never apaman. He will not. It was the apaman of Parvati Mata that he became Purohit. It was not his apaman that he fell back. And he left. But there was Shrap between Brigu and then Nandi Maharaj. Nandi Maharaj then started giving Shrap. कि ये जितने भी ब्राह्मण लोग ये तो बैठे हैं ना, सब भिखारी रहे. क्या बोलेंगे? Then उधर से श्राप आए कि ये जितने भी शिव के लोग रहेंगे ना, वो सब बेवड़े रहेंगे, तामसी रहेंगे और सब नीचे वाले रहेंगे. So that Shrap and Shrap was going on in that Leela, Daksha Prajapati Leela. हाँ, क्योंकि क्या रहता है, Shivaji to went away, but Nandi Maharaj was not able to digest, tolerate, and that's why he gave Shrap to Brigu and Sabha. कि शिवजी का तुम अपमान सुन कैसे ले गए? तुमने अपमान कैसे सुन लिया? So that is a big Leela, Daksha Prajapati Leela. In that Leela also we find. Then we know about the Leela about Vritrasu. That how Mata Parvati was sitting in the lap, Naradji, Sanat Kumar, and all the rishis were there, and Chitraketu came, and then he was glorifying Shivji, and he was so great. Sabha mein Mata ko leke baitha hoga, and Mata felt offended, and Mata ne सीधा श्राप दे दिया. बोलते you have Rakshas mentality. Naradji has no problem. Sanat Kumar has no problem. All rishis have no problem. You think yourself great? And then Vritrasu accepted. And that time, Shivji didn't told anything. It is Lord's Leela which is going on. So he stayed. And then he glorified. So how great the devotees are.
They accepting.
They have accept everything. And at that time, he says that devotee, the same person whom he is worshipping, I am worshipping the same person. It is the same word that is used. That what Vritrasur is, why he is able to do? Because I am worshipping the same and he is worshipping the same person. And that's why he is able to tolerate. He is able to tolerate. You sometimes ask, Kya bhajan karo? I am worshipping that same person. And that's why I am able to tolerate. So,
Mahadev story है ना वो कृष्ण को देखने आते हैं.
Yes.
यशोदा मैया आने नहीं देती है.
Yes. We go to Nandagram. We go at that Asheshwar Mahadev. वहाँ पे आशा करके बैठ जाते हैं. Shivji comes. That entire place, the mountain is called Nandeshwar mountain. That's called as Shivji in the form of Nandeshwar is there, and Brahmaji in the form is in Barsana. So Shivji, Nandeshwar, Brahmaji in Barsana, and Lord himself in the form of Girirajji over there. So Giriraj, Brahmaji, and Nandeshwar. And we know how Ganga is always there. Ganga is, why he has taken Ganga? Because he wants the Charanamrit to be always there. And that is the Leela in Nandagam. When Shivji came and Yashoda Mother says, "Arey, dar jayega mera bachcha. Itna sab saap baap dekh ke do. Ab chale jao." And then he was left and Lord started crying. And he was not stopping. Then Purnamasi came. Then why is not stopping? Koi aaya tha, bolte aaya tha. To usko bulao phir. And then when Shivji again was called, when he was sitting at that place, that is called Asheshwar. Having that Asha, that Lord will call him. And that's why that Asheshwar Mahadev is called. And that place, and then, when Shivji came, he started laughing. Then Mata told you stay over here. And that's why that Shivji temple is there, Nandeshwar. And it is said that he asked only one thing. That whenever the Lord is taking bath, that water should come to me. That water? And that's why even today the arrangement is there that water from that comes to the Shivji.
That is near the entrance.
Entrance only. And Banasur Leela is there. We know that. How Banasur, the great devotee and Lord, he says that Banasur came to Shivji. अरे आप लोग ये हाथ दे देते इतना पावर देते लेकिन मेरे साथ कोई लड़ने वाला ही नहीं. He started having ego. बोलता इसका ego अभी we have to break the ego. And then he told a time will come. And then that Aniruddha and Usha story happened. Aniruddha and Usha story happened. And then how Lord came with all the Dwarka, Balramji came and Dwarka. And then from that side, because Banasur was given the Vachana, that wherever there is fight, I will be there. So that story is there in the Krishna book.
That place is also there.
Huh?
The place is also
Banasur ka.
Aniruddha.
Usha. Okay. So how in that Yuddha, that how Banasur, all hands were cut by Lord. And then Shivaji pleaded. Ganeshji was fighting, Kartikeya was fighting. And here, very big fight, very nice chapter is there. And then how here Pashupas Astra is given, Sudarshan Astra is running, and all power is used just to come to the conclusion that Lord Krishna is my supreme. That Leela was done for that reason only. Then Shivji prays, leave him. When the two hands were there, leave him. Do हाथ भी cut कर रहे. No, he is eternal. Brahmaji comes in the Jivata. Brahmaji, but Shivaji is eternal. He then merges, like Lord, we know that Karnodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Shirodakshaya Vishnu. Then everything merges back. Everything merges back. Similarly, all this Rudras comes to Shivji, Shivji comes to Shambhu, Shambhu comes to Sadashiv. That is how The expansion board.
Material.
Spiritual world internally is there. Mahesh. See, Shivaji, Mahesh matlab who is Ish of Maha Ishwar. What is Mahesh ka matlab kya hota? Ma plus Ish. So he is Maha Ishwar. That's why he is known as Mahesh. What is called as Mahesh? Ashutosh. Many names are there. But basically in Brahma Samhita, these 4 names are given. In Bhagwatam we find this Rudra. When, for destruction it is done, 11 Rudras. He becomes 11 Rudras for entire destruction.
Why not one?
Because he wants to do fast destruction. उसने तोड़ना है तो जल्दी कर दो. तोड़ने में इजी होता है.
कृष्ण को जब दर्शन किया आपने शिवजी तो उनके उंगलियों के नाखून है ना 10 तो 10 में वो 10 चेहरा दिखता है इसलिए 10 रुद्र है and 1 11 रुद्र. ऐसा हमने स्टोरी सुना.
Yes, mother.
Among these 4 Shivas,
Yeah.
Sadashiva is in spiritual world. So he is not affected by the material modes.
Nothing. He's always there as a doorkeeper in the spiritual world.
All 3 are affected by the material.
3 are connected with the material, not affected. We can say they are connected with the material. Lord forms in the form of Shivji to be connected with the material world. So, today we have done little. Next time we will continue from here more about Shivji. Huh? More Shivji. Huh? Yes, Prabhu.
All the 10 directions is controlled by Lord Shiva.
One another thing. All the Vastu, because he is a Vastu in charge, he is a Vastu person. So Prabhuji, his life is in Vastu only. Vastu. So Vastu Shastra head is Shivaji.
All the 10 directions is been controlled by Lord Shiva. All the 10 directions
Devtas.
Prabhuji, Bhasmasura story hai.
Bhasmasura is there. Ravana story is there. Mohini story is there. Mohini का story तो बाद में ये तो अभी आने वाला है Mohini story. That how Mohini avatar just to show that Shivaji cannot be attracted by anything. He can only be attracted to Lord. Very nice story, Mohini. It will come. And Shivji entire body has a message. Entire body. Where he has a snake, just to show that we also have a snake. That is Kala. What do we have? Kala. This Adrashya Kala is there, and that can hit you anytime. Why is this Mundamala? Round Mundamala. Just to show this material world, ultimately that is the Satyam. आपका शरीर वही होने वाला है, मुंडमाल होने वाला है. That is the real reality of life. Plus, the entire Shivaji family have opposite things.
Yes.
Everybody is opposite. Everything. एक का शेरनी माता और एक बुल ये दोनों दुश्मन. मयूर और सर्प और मूषक और सर्प एक दुश्मन है एक दूसरे का. But how they live peacefully? Because everybody is chanting. Everybody is a devotee. What? Shivji, after this incident of this Leela, then Mata Parvati used to do Ekadashi every time. Every day, every time. It's coming in the Padma Purana. So in Padma Purana, in 26 Ekadashi, there are 1 or 2 Ekadashis where only 1 minute or 2 minutes time is given to break. Paran time. So before breaking, it is mentioned in the Padma Purana, Mata Parvati, after keeping, used to do the Sahasrana. What? Vishnu Sahasrana, the puja. And then she used to do the break. So when that break time was not there, and very less. And that time Shivaji requested Shivaji, the sadhana is not going and they have to break it. So how to do? That time, बोलता है राम राम रमेति, राम राम मनो राम रमे रमे, सहस्त्र नाम तुल्यम राम नाम वराय, सहस्त्र नाम तुल्यम Ram Nam. It is Padma Puran statement given by Shivaji that if this 1,000 names of Vishnu is equal to the 3 names of Ram, and then again it is said the 3 names of Ram is equal to 1 name of Lord Krishna. So it's there in the Vishnu, in the Padma Puran. Shivaji said this. Huh? So we have so many kathas. So we'll try to discuss more in the next class about Shivaji and then try to understand this Shiva Stuti. So nice. When we get connected with Krishna and we try to understand the Shiva Tattva. Shravan Mas is also going on. Yeah. And Rudra Geet is there. Yes. Bhasma, to show that whatever your position may be in this material world, ultimately it is going to become Bhasma. Thus, the 3 destinations are confirmed for this body: Krimi, Bhasma, and Beta. Krimi is, you understand what is the meaning? Krimi? Either you are buried. तो कीड़े खा जाएंगे. क्या खा जाएंगे? कीड़े खा जाएंगे. Bhasma, either it is given to fire or Beta. Beta means stool. You will be hanged and somebody will eat and you will become a stool. So that is the destination of this very beautiful body. So Lord wants to show why this Bhasma is applied in this material world, to show that this is the real. And why is taking Gangaji over here? To show that the devotees will always take the 3 things: Bhakta Charan Dhula, Bhakta Charan Jala, and Bhakti. That always will keep the Lord Ganga, this thing on his head. Yes. Charana. And that's why he keeps it always on this head. So this is what Shivaji is showing from his body. The real thing about this material world. Why he applies Bhasma? Why he doesn't have any place to stay? It is said one time Mata told her, kuch to banao, then Kashi ka kuch banaya tha. One place was created. And then that was also, ye banaya tha, ek acha mahal. सोने का महल बनाया और बाद में सबको इनवाइट किया खाने के लिए ब्राह्मणों को, और बाद में सबने पूछा है बहुत बढ़िया बना है. तो एक लास्ट वाले ब्राह्मण ने बोला आप दे सकेंगे? दे दिया और फिर आगे वहीं रह गए. So he wants to show what is this real material world. It's Bhasma. There is a Kala Sarpa sitting. And Ganesh ji is a devotee, greatest devotee. Mata Parvati is the greatest devotee. Shivaji is a devotee. And that's why, even though there is odd things, they are able to live together. Because everybody is busy in their bhakti. So it is said that if घर में सब odd है, और अगर भक्ति है तो चल जाएगा. क्या है? अगर लेकिन भक्ति नहीं है, तो सब problem होने लगेगा. So that is what Shivaji is teaching us. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. How nice that we had Shiva topic now going on. So we'll continue for one to classes. Very good. Yes.